Welcome to the Entrepreneur Power Hour, where we inspire entrepreneurs, have a good time, and learn how to build any business. You can grow any business through the power of video marketing. Now let's recap. We started with our first episode, and I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Why do video marketing? And I did this by literally just pulling up WeVideo and a couple of other video creators, logged in, and I showed people the videos I created. Now, we can see in these videos that you have almost every type of business you could think of. I showed some examples of e-commerce. I showed some examples of education. I showed a lot of different examples. And you can watch the other videos if you just go to YouTube, the Entrepreneur Power Hour, or you can type in literally the Entrepreneur Power Hour just in the search bar, and then you'll find it and you'll be able to watch some of these videos and see some of these examples. What were some of these examples? They were for recruiting, e-commerce, business, education, anything you could think of. Basically, if you can think of it, if you have a business that you're into, that you want to create, video can help you not only to see that, but create something long lasting that you're really going to enjoy. Then I went to a site called Biteable, and I had Dan and my friend Marty come up with a couple of businesses on the fly. I really wanted to prove this to people because, hey, I can tell you video marketing can help any business, and that's great. But that doesn't mean a whole lot if you are intimidated to do it or you don't know how to do it. Am I right, Dan?
Yep.
It's kind of like saying, hey, you can be an NBA, or you can play in the NFL, or you can be a champion bodybuilder. And they say, oh, that sounds rough. And then I just go start picking up, weights that are fairly light. I say, look, this isn't too hard. Can you do some curls? Can you do some curls? Can you do some push-ups? Can you do some sit-ups? So I literally went and took templates that anybody could use. I used a website called Pixabay to get some pictures. And then what did that do? Well, if we look back here, I created a cake project, which we can see here. And then all I did simply was, for the suggestion of Dan and the suggestion of Marty, we created a nice little cake project for cake business. And in addition, because I wanted to do a couple videos in that time, just waiting for this to load up, I used Doodly, which is a whiteboard creator, to create a plumber video. That was another suggestion. I think that was either made by you or Marty. I can't remember.
Marty did the plumber. I did the cake.
Okay. So now let's talk about, so we created some basic videos, and I did that using some relatively easy programs. I mean, you guys can do that, right? You guys found that pretty simple. You didn't.
You there? I lost you.
Sorry,
Are
I
you
just
back?
wanted. Yeah, I'm here.
Well,
I just wanted to readjust my camera. So that was pretty simple, right?
mm-hmm.
All right. So today, I'm going to do something a little bit different, because we talked about the history of video marketing and stuff like that. Today, I want to go into a little bit of, if we understand how to create videos, if we understand the power of live video, how it looked in the past, present, future, I'm going to share my screen here to a little website I work on. And this website, I've also done stuff that I've showed you here. Like I showed you with Biteable, I showed you with the whiteboard videos, I've done live videos. And this just kind of proves that video is the next up and coming thing. So with that being said, and here's the plumber video, just took a second to render. So that being said, what makes a good script? And let me ask you, Dan, if you're watching a video, what do you think makes a good script?
For me, one that doesn't try to make me feel like I'm being sold. I want to interact. I want somebody that makes me feel I'm connecting, I'm interacting with them, that they, like I'm the only one they're talking to. Not everybody else out there, but that I'm the one they're talking to, and that they have my best interest at heart.
So you want something that's relatable.
Hmm.
All right, let's take a look at some of the scripts that people have actually paid me for. And this is why I don't want to be theoretical. I don't want to say, oh, this is a good script because I said it's a good script. Because you don't care necessarily about what I say. You want to see something that I get paid. So take a second, let's look at this script. So it's just saying, and this is the one I was actually showing you and Leon. Hey guys, got great news for you. The Ripple company is doing something big with cryptocurrency. We have a kicking getaway.
Oh yeah,
Go
that one.
ahead.
No, I was going to say that one. Okay. Um, are you trying to show it on the screen? Because if you are, it's not there. There you go.
Sorry. Let me know if because I switch screens sometimes. So basically, what I'm trying to convey here is, hey guys, grabbing their attention. First thing you want to do with a good script is grab the attention. You can even say something crazy like, hey, in the next 10 seconds, I'll show you how to make $5 million. Or, hey guys, look, there's a monkey hanging from a tree. Or one of the best, this is not a joke. Um, Best-selling products on ClickBank said, hey, literally this goldfish is going to show you how to pick up women. And I'm like, oh boy. And it's so ridiculous that you'll watch it. I'm like, okay, fine, a goldfish is going to help me become a good pickup artist. But I'm interested for some reason because it grabbed my attention. It's not the most intellectual thing. It's probably not something you want to say during an interview, but you want some attention grabber. Hey guys, I've got great news for you. Something big's happening. Or you can lead in with a core value. You can say, how would you like to travel the world or spend more time with your family or wear more cashmere sweaters, whatever you're into, whatever the kids at home are into. Just something crazy. You could say something crazy. Don't make it offensive, obviously. I'll put that disclaimer. You don't want to say anything rude to people. You don't want to.
Now I got a weird question to ask you. I'm going to be one of the ones that's going to ask this because one, I understand where you're coming from, and I've had enough of those come my way that when I look at them, I'm like, okay, yeah, right. They're trying to sell me something, and they're trying to bait me into look at something. So one, how do you get around people like me that still want to see stuff, but don't, but know when somebody's fishing with that type of headline? How do you get around somebody that way?
Okay, I will answer your question. So first, you want to get someone's attention because people have limited attention spans. Everybody's on Facebook and YouTube, and they want something. So getting attention just one part of the battle. Like I get it, saying hey guys, or hey, what's going on, or this goldfish will help you pick it. That's just one. That's just the start. It's just the icing on the cake. That doesn't make it a good script. That just is the part of it that gets the attention. It's like the cover of a book. They say don't judge a book, but if a book has an interesting cover, I'll look into it. Will you? If a book has an
Yes. Usually, what I do then is I look at the cover, and then I go inside or go to the back to read what the little inside notes say, or on the back side see what it says to give me more information. Because usually there's more information there that I can get. So is that kind of like what you're leading into, is to where you can get people to, because of that grab, you can get them to then maybe open up to look at the rest of
Yeah.
what you want?
So taking a look at that, like I want some kind of introduction. I want like a hey, but then I want real substance. If the guy just said in ClickBank, here's a goldfish, how to pick up women,
I like
you
that.
don't really, I mean, that's kind of funny, but you don't really care if he doesn't give you real information. If he's just like, put a fish in a tank and go talk to women, you'll be like, well, okay, you're a scam artist. But you want to make it relatable. This is a script I like that I did. I did get paid for. These are all scripts that I got paid to do. People gave me some type of income to do. And basically all it says, if you can follow a simple set of directions, you can do this. A first grader can do this. That's how easy it is. And when my IQ was tested, it was below average. And when I was in school, I had trouble at math, English, sports. I pretty much had trouble with everything. The point is, I have a few skills. I'm definitely not someone who's super talented, and I can do this, and I do it. And if you can do this, the next thing I like to do after I grab attention, and this is not an exact science, is find some way to relate to people and make it so that it's, especially with a business endeavor, that's something they can relate to and something they want to do and something they can do. If I say, hey guys, I'm going to show you the coolest thing to get more customers, to get more people who are excited. Now, have you ever heard of video marketing? Well, let me tell you, I started at 23, 24. I didn't know anything. It took me 5 hours to create my first animated video, and I wasn't a guru, and I had a lot of trouble. And if I can figure it out, I have confidence you can figure it out. So first, I like to draw attention to people, whatever I have to do, whatever is interesting. And there's a multitude of ways you can do this. You can lead with a core benefit. You can say, hey guys, what's up, with a lot of energy. You can go the goofy route, although I don't do the goldfish one too much, but it's definitely plausible. And then I try and make it relatable. That's where I would get around somebody, you know, um, that like I'm talking to you, Dan. That's where I get around someone who is skeptical. Well, I don't really believe that, you can do what you say you can do. Okay, that's fine. Here's another little one that I have here. And this was a simple one. And I said, these guys don't understand the needs of growers. My doctor didn't want to prescribe me something. I saw this ad on Facebook, and out of curiosity, I checked it out. And I'm happy I did, because now I can grow over 400 plants legally, and it's well worth it. If you can see this. Can you see this?
Yep, I could see it.
Okay, so these are all things that I got paid for. I got paid $10 to read that. It took 5 seconds. Now, literally, I'm leading in, I'm grabbing someone's attention, I'm relating to them, and then I'm talking to them just like I would talk to you. Actually, when I first did some of my first videos, literally, I came up with all these like business things I saw, and I said, hey, I'm going to try and sound like a businessman. And someone said, Kareem, that sounds fake. Just be who you are. Just do what you do. And then people get interested and they'll want to talk to you. And because you can relate to people, they'll be interested in what you're doing. Also, so these are some of the Fiverr ones that I've done. I'll show you a couple more examples, because that's actually the main thing I do. I work with scripts all day. I look at scripts, I read scripts, I look at different people's bullet points, and I try and see what they're interested in. And sometimes I even get things like they want bullet points. This guy did a good job of saying what he wanted in a script. He has a website that you put your grammar in, and it will test if it's correct. All he said to do is, Kareem, say your name, say you've used the product, say why you have chosen the product, say why you keep using it, say one good thing that you love about it, and say goodbye somehow, a conclusion. And then all I wrote is, hello, my name is Kareem, and as an entrepreneur and someone who writes scripts all day, someone who's into making videos, I feel it's very important that my grammar is correct, not only in a professional way, but also when I'm making videos or writing something. And I've chosen TextRanch because I want to ensure that this is correct. And I keep using it to this day because it's the fastest and easiest grammar tool I've ever used. One thing I love about it is that I have to hit just one button and I can use TextRanch for anything that I need. And I definitely recommend, if you have the time and you need to check your grammar, take a look at TextRanch. You can actually see the video here. I can send this to you guys to play it and to take a look. Also, I'm going to pull over my little guide on how to make a good script. So hopefully that gives you an idea of the different types of scripts. Big thing is, I'm trying to grab someone's attention. I'm trying to get them interested. I'm trying to relate to them in a way. I can tell them why I'm interested in something. I can tell them that I've used it before. Biggest thing is, especially with a product or service that we're talking about business, that I've used it before. And I personally think that if you do that and then you just have a goodbye, then it's not that complicated. It's really not that complicated. Now, here's actually a website I'm going to go and take a look at. 7 steps to writing an effective video script. We're going to take a look at this, and we're going to see if we can do it. And then maybe
I like the point you were making about that you're showing some actual things you've done. So one that shows that you have gone through these steps, that you know what you're talking about, and that you have the ability to help somebody if they want help, or you can guide them to something that can help them, such as this TextRanch, you know. And that's what's cool, is also people are looking for something where when you say that you've done it, it comes across. They can feel it in what you're talking about, and that, you know, they can feel it. You know, when you watch videos, you can feel it, whether they're being genuine or not. You know,
yeah,
and that's what the other part is. You know, you want them to feel that.
pull them in, be a genuine dude. If you pull people in and you're genuine, you've basically won the battle. Then all you need is a good call to action at the end. If I could sum it up in 3 things, it's get their attention, whatever you want to do. I mean, you could, juggle peaches. You could do something interesting, really have high energy. Get their attention. Hey, guys. Hey. What's up? Get their attention. Relate to them. Say, hey, a lot of my friends, if we look at this one more time, hey, guys, I have great news for you. Whirlpool company founders are doing A, B, and C, and then I'm going to actually engage in doing it. I'm going to kind of talk about what I'm doing. And then they can see, hey, this guy really relates to me. He's a real person doing it on video. And it's a real person because I'm on video. It's kind of hard you can fake writing, but it's kind of hard to fake being a real person unless I'm a hologram maybe. And then I just, throw a call to action. Don't miss your chance. This is the easiest way to do it. Subscribe, like my channel, and leave me a comment letting me know why.
And then with this, then with the steps that you're going to show us, those 7 steps to writing it, sounds like you're helping people understand how they can be the most effective with their script writing for their videos to engage people more, to get them to maybe want to interact with them more.
Mm-hmm. Now, I primarily work with explainer videos, which is what you saw here in Biteable. These are what they call explainer videos, because essentially I've not called them animation videos because animation people have made that mistake. Animation people can get real specific, like, can you do Adobe Premiere and make me... It can get really complicated, and I'm learning Blender, I'm learning Adobe, but animation is a very lengthy discipline, I would say. And I'm still learning it. It's not something that, I'm saying give up on, but explainer videos essentially are the templates that I've shown you. And whiteboard is a type of explainer video too. So Cole Riggs has how to write a killer explainer video script. And I find explainer videos are pretty good for business. How do I know that? Well, type in the Entrepreneur Power Hour, look at different types of videos for different types of businesses. And you can see how I created the cake designer project and how I did the plumber. Now, how do you write a good script for that, though? Because I was just taking random stuff off Pixabay and I was doing it real fast. Now, this isn't something I'm going to do on camera because it's something you want to sit down, maybe take 20, 30 minutes, maybe when you're first starting, maybe even more, an hour or two. You don't want to take too long, but he has some real good tips. I use this. I like it. I think this helps. So what are they? Number one, keep the explainer script short. The length of your script will depend on your audience. A captive audience in an auditorium endures about 6 to 8 minutes before beginning to drift. That's why he's not saying directly grab their attention, but he is. An internet surfer popping by your website tends to check out after 2 to 4 minutes. So you got to that's pretty hard. If I'm on the computer, and I know that for a fact, I would even say it's less than that. I would even disagree with him and say it's like about 30 seconds to a minute.
I would go up to 2 minutes and under. Anything 2 minutes and under. And if you can't cook them enough, you probably lost them.
I'll probably give you 30 seconds to a minute because I've seen people today, everybody's, I got to go, I got to get this, I got to get my Uber, Dan, pick me up, help me, I got to get my microwave burrito and, everything like now. If it doesn't happen in like a couple minutes, regardless, 4 minutes, I'd say if you don't get someone's attention, I'm sorry.
You haven't.
Yeah, you haven't, and you probably won't. So.
And they'll probably never come by your site again because of the fact that you never grabbed them and got them enough to even look at it the first time around. And it's not going to be memorable enough to ever want to come back.
Unless you're good maybe at SEO, but I'll have you and Marty teach that. So, 2 to 4 minutes, depending on how compelling your material is, whether or not he or she needs your product. So, here's the big one. Put your message in the first 30 seconds. Reduce the message of your entire video to one sentence and get that sentence somewhere in the first 30 seconds. This goldfish will help you pick up more women. Hey, guys, I got great news for you. Ripple Company founders, together with the largest crypto trading exchanges, have arranged a kick and getaway to help people's loyalty with XRP. Or we can take a look at the one here that I like. I saw this ad on Facebook, checked it out, and I'm glad I did because now I can grow over 400 plants legally. Oh, look, there's a SWAT team at my door. Just kidding.
Well, no, the second one I like because what it does is it grabs their attention, but it also shows that you found a way to solve somebody's problem.
Yeah.
Very quickly.
Yeah, and you have to do it very quickly. I want, as my friend said, Kareem, no one ever wanted to buy a drill. They wanted a hole in the wall. That's what you want. You want a hole in the wall so you can have a picture. Well, I come and say, hey, I can get this drill will allow you to put a hole in the wall. This goldfish will allow you to pick up more women. And I've seen a lot of those on clip. How can this bear teach you how to be more attractive? Or how can this pot of honey teach you how to make more money? I'm like, okay, it's so ridiculous, but you say, oh, I want to do A, B, and C, or How can this goofy guy on camera, Kareem, teach you how to grow your business and get more customers so you can live the life you want with your family and spend more time, travel the world, get an Uber ride from Dan, whatever you're interested in.
I was going to throw something out because when you were talking in the first little bit about the messaging part, and you said something about depending on if he or she wants your product. And I think the one thing I try to go with and have always been taught and learned from the mentors I've been around is always go with the assumption that everybody wants your product, but not everybody wants your product, if you kind of understand what I'm saying there. Because you're trying to attract as many people who are looking for your product, but you got to get through everybody out there to get them to look for your product. So that's kind of why I said it that way, is because, you got to go with the idea that you're putting your stuff out and go with the idea that everybody wants it, but knowing full well it's not for everybody. It's for those that are specifically looking for what you want.
Yeah. And I totally agree. And part of the fun thing about like what I'm doing here, and I'm looking for one of the script is not everybody is going to want your product, obviously, because people have different needs, but people who will, be interested in what you have to say, if you can relate to them, you can beat the competition. That's one thing I've seen about affiliate marketing. People want to give bonuses and they're like, I'll give you WordPress plugins. I'll give you this. I'll give you $5 million of bonuses. Well, thank you, Bill Gates. Like, really? I guess if you're overweighting your plugins and your PLR, your private label rights, yeah, maybe. Great. But I don't really care. I don't need to put, I only put 8 plugins at WordPress at one time. I don't need $500,000 worth of plugins. But I'll go with someone who I can relate to. I like this script. The guy hit me below and said, hey, Kareem, this is about letting people go of guilt. And I just like you speak it if you're talking to a friend or trying to be encouraging. Are you still with me, Dan?
I'm reading it.
Oh, okay. So I'll read it, or you know what? Let me plus sign this. Everyone has something in their past they wish they could make disappear. You might feel bad about all the bad choices you made, but learn from them, and most importantly, don't let others make you feel like a failure. I got paid to do this script, as you can see. Now, what does he say here to do? Couple things that script, even though it's short. I'm showing you some short scripts. I do have some longer ones, but I'm showing you some short scripts to illustrate a point. Speak directly to the audience. The easiest way to speak to an audience is to use personal pronouns, like you, your. Another way to engage your audience is to show them things they deeply care about. While you may be proud of your second quarter earnings, what they care about is whether you can help them improve their own bottom line. Don't waste your time telling the audience what they already know. Focus on what they need to know about you and what will bring them to trust you. Take action that you want them to take. Don't talk down to your audience. Don't talk over their heads. Make friends with them. They'll be far more likely to give you a chance to sell them something. So why do I have problems with like some of the YouTube videos? I'm not going to name anybody. It's like, hey, look, I have a Lambo. Hey, look, my house is real big. Hey, look, I own a bunch of stuff. Okay, great. There's nothing wrong with owning stuff, right? But how does that help you? If I call you and say, hey, Dan, I have a Tesla, does that help you? If I were to just say, look, here's my car collection. Here's my collection of Xbox games. Maybe that does help you if you want to get an Xbox and play on Xbox Live with me, right?
Well, what it tells me is that it's okay. You got all sorts of things, but what can
I help you?
Yeah, what can that translate into helping me so I can achieve those things for myself?
Yeah, how does that help you? How can that help you? And here's my problem. There's so many people show you what they have. Like, okay, I like how he talks about your second quarter earnings. Like, oh, we've made this much, we've done this much. And I see companies do that. And I'm like, that's great. You made a ton of money. How can you help that person? If I'm a small business owner, it's great that you did, but how can you help me? People ultimately are all self-interested in one way or another. That doesn't make them bad. That doesn't make them we're all self-interested. So speak directly to someone as if you're, hey, I'm your friend. I can help you. Here's how I can help you. You know, and you can all go, everyone has something in the past I wish it could disappear. Might feel bad, but learn. And importantly, don't make others let you feel like a failure. And just illustrate to people, how can you help them? Okay, you can help this by you can earn free Ripple here in this script. How can you help somebody? Do you want to grow over 400 plants legally? What do you want to do? What are you interested in? And then just show people, how can you help? How can you help them? They don't care that, you know, you don't care that the only reason I'm showing you that I've gotten paid for this is to just for social proof, but you don't care, what I've done, or you don't care how much I've made, or anything like that.
Well, no, I care that you've made something and having the social proof, so I know that it's attainable and can be achieved. But how does that translate into me, and how do I make it work for me in the type of person I am? Because not everybody's a carbon copy of Kareem Mays. But how can I take what you've done, translate it to me, so that way I can then turn around and make it work for me, so I can have the things like what you have. That's what people want.
Yeah, here's another one. Obviously, this is I am a paid actor, so don't freak out. Let me
As
but
opposed to me, I'm not a paid actor.
maybe you will be after this. But I just said I operate a veterinarian service, run my own Shopify and pet store. I'm having trouble getting new clients to my online store flowing after hiring Swish Advertising. Couldn't believe the amount of calls I got and coming from my office every day. After 9 months, I did so and so, and their prices and I are opening, but totally worth every penny. Basically, I'm speaking directly to the audience. I'm letting them know that, hey, I'm someone just like you. I can relate to you. Basically, your friend over the internet, over this glass, and this headset and all this stuff. I'm the guy on the street saying, hey, I can relate to you, and here's the action I want you to take. I want you to be interested in this. I want you to take a little bit of time and check out, what I have to do, because I believe it can help you in this way or that way. Get you more customers, get you more exposure, make more money, whatever it is. And then we want to find the right tone. So have a mental picture of your customer in mind. What do you want them to look like? What do you want them to do? What do you want the viewer to do at the end of it? And that's going to suggest a tone. You want to decide, you want somebody to subscribe, to like. Do you want them to donate to Patreon? Do you want them to buy your product or service? Do you want them to go refer you? Do you want them to share your stuff on social media? What do you picture someone? What do you want them to do? And then you want to find that tone. Hey, I'd like you to like and subscribe to this video and leave me a comment letting me know why. Hey, I'd like you, or not even like you, get my product now. Click the button below and get your free, ebook, or get your report for $5. Or, if you get this software from me now, I have these exclusive bonuses, and I'll make sure to follow up with you and see how you're doing with this software. What do you want them to do? Have a strong call to action. You want them to like, subscribe? Do you want them to click the button below now and buy the thing? Do you want them to refer you and share this on social media and let all your friends know?
I
What?
would think that. Oh, I was gonna hope you don't mind. Sorry. I would hope that based on what I'm seeing and what you're going over here, that by doing all these steps, hopefully by the time you get to the point where you're trying to get them to follow through on your call to action, they're already wanting to. It's not so
Yes.
much that you're just giving them that extra obligation and telling them, but hopefully if you've done it all right, and if you've done everything right and they are the right person, they're already going to want to like, subscribe, buy, purchase, get the ebook or whatever. And I think that's um, part of how, when you get good at this, that part starts to take care of itself.
Yep. And then, so you're finding the right tone, and you want to kind of picture someone and see their mannerisms, how they're acting, and then take it to someone's habits and mannerisms you know well. Choose the tone for your video, and then this will drive
Hmm.
the choice of your setting, the narrator. So you really want to paint a picture. I mean, what I did with Biteable is fine, but you want to find a tone like, hey, are you looking to make more cakes? Or are you looking to get more people to buy your cakes? Or wouldn't it be great if your cake business could be used for weddings, this, that, what, get really paint a picture of what their cake business would be doing, who they'd be working with. Would you like to do bigger events? What do they want to see? And then once you set a tone, you can tell a story. Most explainer videos present a problem. You're not making enough money, you're tired. I like it. Bob is tired. Bob drinks organic sugar, calorie free, nutrition free energy drink. Explain how it works. Oh, it bubbles up, it does A, B, and C, and you want to keep it short. Remember, we're keeping it short, putting the message in the first 30 seconds. We're speaking, hey, and you can literally speak directly to the audience. The only thing I changed here: are you feeling tired, or do you get up fatigued every morning, having to drag yourself to work, and just so rough in the cold and in the dark? Not that I can relate to that at all. And then, oh, well, Bob drinks an organic energy drink. You could say, Kareem I'm gonna show you step by step how to do affiliate marketing. We're gonna do A, B, and C. You're gonna upload videos to YouTube, and this is, as he says, organic brews, all natural, blah blah blah. And then set the tone, and then drive them to action. Go to your local station and buy organic brew, or like, subscribe, and get this product now. Let's face it, the and then you can add something in there. Life's too short to work for somebody else. Or you can make the money you deserve online. Or it's within your grasp. You just have to take action. And then you can always, if you want to, use dry facts, statistics, definitions. But I like what he says. Unless your video is for students, improvise, avoid lifeless content whenever possible. If you have an important statistic or something, if you're doing SEO and you say like 90% of people are, using this, and then 80% of people are searching with video, obviously that's not the statistics that we've looked at, but you can give a statistic about live video. But you don't want to harp on, okay, here's the statistics for live video, here's the statistics for search, here's some more numbers, here's some more numbers, here's some more numbers, because then people you'll see are like, oh yeah, nice explainer video. It's been 2 minutes. Click click. Oh, here's a cat video. So instead of using the power of the screen to show your audience actual people, company, health benefits your service has bestowed on your customers, human beings create stories about themselves to help define who they are. The better you tell your stories about yourself, the more viewers are going to understand what your company is offering. So how do you relate to people? Because I was saying grab attention, relate, and then use call to action. Tell a story. Tell a story. Basically, these 3 points that I made: getting attention, being relatable, and then call to action. This is all in here. He basically shows you how to do it. You're keeping it short, but you're telling a story of whatever it is that happened to you. or whatever, something that can relate to. Now, here's one thing. I'm still learning how to do this. Use humor wisely. Humor is a great tool. If you can make somebody laugh, like you guys were laughing when I was doing the cakes, I throw in little jokes here. Um, I'm not saying I'm a comedian yet. I'm trying. You know, some people laugh. Maybe I'm going to hear some crickets in the background once in a while. Nobody has thrown produce at me from my YouTube videos or my jokes. So I think I'm doing okay. I'm doing better than Carrot Top. So make sure your attempts at humor fit seamlessly with your story you're trying to tell. Keep in mind that misplaced or poorly timed humor can be distracting and put off people. So I try and make my jokes in accordance with what I'm saying. Like, hey, Dan, like I know you give Uber rides, and maybe I'll talk about like here's a core benefit, and then Uber rides aren't a core benefit, but I'll throw that in as a joke. Now, if I'm just like, hey, Dan, knock, knock in my script, and you say, who's there? And I
Who's
say,
there?
you know, so and so, ha,
So,
here's a joke. And you're sitting there like, okay, that was awkward. Now, would you like to hear about my business from my new cleaning product? You're like, no, you're weird, dude. Get away from me. You're like the Sham Wow guy, or you're like Billy Mays. And you're kind of freaking me out. You want to use humor in the context. And I notice comedians are good at that. To learn how to do that, you can go to YouTube and type in literally George Carlin. You can watch some people I find interesting, like Dave Chappelle is very good at doing this. There's a lot of, you can watch stand-up comedy to see how they really relate humor to a subject and keep on that subject. You want to keep on track if you're going to do something funny. Like when that guy says, and this I would say is more in the attraction phase of how to get people to. So if you're going to say, hey, this goldfish can help you, get more women. Okay, that's funny, but then you have to talk about, okay, what are your strategies for actual pickup? And you can
yeah,
try.
you have to back it up with something that's really going to ultimately give them the strategies they need to pick up more women or guys if it's, you make it relatable to both. Um, but yeah.
Okay. So you can try to include humor in your script, but sometimes it's more effective to introduce humor as part of the on-screen animation. And finally, pace yourself. How long should your script be? I didn't talk about that. I want to give you a rough estimate. This is not set in stone. If you have something that's more complex, maybe accounting, I don't know if that could work, but maybe blogging you could. Roughly, I would say, and I agree with him here, 125 to 150 words a minute. Well, you might be able to speak 200 or more words per minute on your own. Keep in mind, voiceover needs time to breathe, allowing viewers to absorb what you're saying. If I'm telling you about a new SEO strategy, a new product, a new way to, trade Forex, I need some time. Machine gun fire dialogue quickly overwhelms people. If I just keep saying, hey, I have this great cake business, and we do this in Manhattan. We do certain kind of pastries, and we have danishes, and we do all sorts of different toppings. And these toppings come in peach and strawberry and flavor, and then we also use this sort of icing. And in addition to that, we do weddings and catering, and we do bar mitzvahs, and we do A, B, and C. And also, if you order now for a limited time, it's just like, okay, stop. That was
I'm
actually
still
one.
back up at the top trying to put together, okay, you do this, and this. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, how does
that's
that relate to me and what do I want?
That's, in my opinion, one reason I can't get into infomercials. That's one thing that they always got me like, hey, this is so and so, and then if you call now, we'll do this, 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 and hey, check it out. This, I always got the OxyClean thing. I'm like, slow down, calm down, Billy Mays. Like, I was here, he was already over here, and I'm like, well, I get it. You want to get their information. You want to relate to them. You don't want to keep it super long. You want to keep it short, but you want to pace yourself. Make your points, but you don't want to rush and rush and rush. So to give
See,
you,
that's what's funny is, I'm sorry, don't mean to jump in, but on the infomercials I remember back from like in the late 80s were long commercials, whereas now they're like these short little, and they're like just jam packed with everything. And so, I'm, didn't like the long drawn out ones, and I don't like the really jam packed ones. I like just normal ones where it seems normal. And I think
And
that's what an explainer video should feel like, normal.
just to show you a couple of crazy ClickBank products, because I find these kind of funny.
Sorry if I keep looking at the screen because when you have it on here, sometimes because of my screen, it just looks small, but I am trying to look and see what you're
Oh,
showing
I'm
me.
sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, here, do me a favor. If it ever, and audience or anybody, if the screen ever is not visible, please let me know. Please let me know, because I don't want to be explaining something, showing people here, hey, check this out. Isn't this great? And then people are like, I can't see anything.
Oh, I could see it. I had to get it a little bit closer because I didn't want to stop your flow, except for the times when I interrupted, of course.
Okay. So this is a website called ClickBank to get an idea of some of the things that they have. You can go here. And how does this help with what we talked about? Well, you might say, hey, Kareem, okay, this is all great theoretical knowledge, and I'm glad you got a little bit of income doing this. But how can I get an idea of how to do it? Now, you may not be in these niches. That's fine. To take a look at it, if you go into ClickBank, you'll sign in. Make username and password. Then you'll see here. Here's my account. I don't use ClickBank too much anymore. Go to Marketplace. You can go. They have a lot of different things. These are like
Yeah.
general type products. If you go like self-help, like we were
Ooh.
talking about, like text chemistry, uh, different. And then let's take a look here. You can kind of look at the ones that are doing really, really well on average sales. And you can see like something that's interesting here, like how to get your X back or something. And then you can click on these. And then what they're going to do is you can click here, and then it's going to play a video. And you can see kind of what not only the videos say, but what the scripts say. And then getting an idea after this, you can go, okay, this is what I'm interested in. Let's say you're in the dating niche. You can click on dating. You can take a look at different ones, and there's some really, really interesting ones, like how to get your ex back. I think that's, and then you can click here, like, and then you can watch, and then generally it's going to pull up a video, and I'm not going to watch these videos here, but it's
To say something outrageous right now, so prepare yourself. I want to give you access to a secret psychological technique which will literally force your ex to give you for everything, desire you so badly that he will literally chase you around like crazy. You know that by pushing a few emotional hot buttons already located in your ex's mind, you can influence him or her to your way of thinking, make them feel an almost overbearing and irresistible urge to be with you again, desire you again, love you again. An urge
so I'm not going to play the whole thing, but let's take a look at. I haven't looked at their self-esteem. You want confidence beyond belief, Dan, for $10?
Sure, why not?
Okay. Well, this guy's going to show you how to get confidence by belief, and then
I've actually heard of tapping, but I've never tried it. Well, I've kind of tried it, but I know other people that have done it. Oh, you don't have to show the whole thing.
Yeah,
I've
these are different examples. Some of them are explainer videos. Some of them are not. I did go through explainer videos just to give you an idea of how to create a cool one. We can take a look at Fearless Flow, and you'll find some really crazy ones. I can't remember which one I saw.
How long has shyness been a struggle for you? I'm Dean, and rest assured, shyness and crippling insecurity were a struggle for me too, until I stopped doing what the common wisdom told me to do, and started following the strategies I'll reveal to you today within this paid presentation. By the way, if you're watching this for free, you're really lucky. By simply watching this presentation today, all the way through to the end, you'll discover the fastest way on earth to cure your shyness by fixing how to pitch.
hmm, I didn't know there was a psychological glitch.
Yeah,
Okay.
and here's the interesting thing: he gets your attention. He's like, "Oh, there's a psychological glitch." Oh, there is. And then he's relating to you here. Here's how I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix your shyness. So you can, and then you can take a look at more of these. They have a ton of these.
They do.
You could spend hours studying this, but if you take this guy's what he's talking about here, if you take what I said about just grabbing their attention, relating to them, and doing a call to action, you'll see that all of these eventually say, okay, well, I gave you the information, but for $9.99, you can get my free ebook on how to have confidence beyond belief. Wow. And that's what I'd recommend someone to do. Watch this, look at these points first, then go take a look at ClickBank. See how they're structuring the things. Now, here's the great thing. You know what's great about this? A lot of these videos, they're okay. They don't look that great. Some of them are older, especially on ClickBank. But all these products have done well. Now, going back to the first video I showed, you can take what they're talking about. You can take their style of speech, their call to actions, with whatever niche you want, whether it's games, employment, jobs, education, e-business, cooking, food, blah, 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 business and investing, betting systems. Take that, go to Biteable now. You can go to WeVideo, or you can go to Doodly like before. You can create a new video. You'll have a very good idea of what to say. And if you're still struggling, you can even kind of take their words and rework them, go to thesaurus, or, if you have to, look up a spin rewriter or something just to get an idea. I wouldn't necessarily use a spin rewriter, but you can. Or just have someone on Fiverr, funny enough,
Well, I would
rewrite
say
a script.
I've used spin writers, and I think that's a good way to get an idea of how to take something that somebody said, change it, and get a new thought twist on it, but then turn that thought twist into your own words, and take it from the spin writer, and then put your words into it from the spin writer.
So you can do a spin writer. You can just Google that, or people on Fiverr will write videos for you, and it can start at $5 to, if you really want someone qualified, 60 or 70. But think about this: if you have a good script, you can make that back within 2 sales. You can also do spin writer, and I've seen quite a few.
I think one of the ones I've used is called Spinner. That seems to stick in my head, but
this one?
Let me see.
I haven't personally used them, but I've known people who use them to write scripts. So if you want to find that, Dan, that'll actually help me, because I was like, maybe Dan knows one because he's been blogging for a while. So to recap, A great
No, sorry. I used to have. I know I've used one. It was a free one. Maybe it was Spin Rewrite. Maybe it was that Spin Rewrite. I just haven't used it in a while.
Okay. So, that being said, get their attention, relate to them, and then do a call to action. Okay, Kareem, how the heck do I do that? And I'm going to use this explainer video template. If it's not an explainer video, ignore the word explainer, but keep your script short. Put your message in the first 30 seconds. Hi, I'm here to teach you how to build any kind of business that you want through video marketing. Speak directly to the audience. I'm going to talk to them. Hey, Kareem, here's been my experience. Here's what I've done in the past, and you can do it too. Here's my story. Here's where I started out, and I told my story over, a couple of episodes of how I just started and said, hey, if I could make one little animated video to help my viewer, could I make a whiteboard video? Could I do more? And then maybe I'll throw a little joke about Billy Mays or something relevant to the topic. And I'm pacing myself over an hour. I'm not flying through it. I'm making the points, but I'm not wasting time. And you say, okay, I want an example of this because just theoretical doesn't help me. And I understand that. I don't like people who just discuss theory and then walk away. Go to ClickBank, go to Dashboard, go to Marketplace. You will have to create an account. So I should say that, create an account. And then once you go here, you can click on like self-help, and then you can say, okay, what am I interested in? Time management. How to fix my procrastination. Maybe I'll even buy that one. And then you're going to find a lot of people who have made explainer videos that
Attention.
are.
Do you feel like work is constantly piling up on you? Are you overwhelmed by an ever-growing to-do?
And then there you're going to see this kind of in action on ClickBank. And ClickBank, I think, is a good one because there's a lot of products that use explainer videos. Say, Kareem, I want to make an explainer video. You can go back to YouTube, type in the Entrepreneur Power Hour, and click on different types of videos for different types of businesses. Like and subscribe for more content like this. And you can also go to Biteable.com with this knowledge and create something that's going to be visually stunning with the information in that video. You go to Pixabay, you can add images, you can add the same format and text that they're talking about, make something really cool and biteable, and then launch your own products on either ClickBank, yourself, or on another platform. That's essentially not only how to write a good script, but some of my personal experience, some of what you can do. So we've discussed that. I may actually keep this going for one more episode, and then the rest we want to discuss is being comfortable on camera, shooting your video, editing and uploading, locating the platform to utilize your videos if needed, advertising and sharing your video content, acquiring working business partners, and interacting with your audience. If you want to watch this show, previous episodes, and our past episodes, go to YouTube, type in the Entrepreneur Power Hour. Entrepreneur Power Hour is here. And then you'll see our channel here. Make sure to like, subscribe. We do a video broadcast every Tuesday, 8:30 Eastern. Also, be sure to donate to our Patreon. It helps us keep doing what we do. And you'll get several rewards for doing that as well. Finally, I'd like to point attention to my friend Dan Sissick. Is it still Simply Simple Money or Simply Simple Life?
Simply Simple Money is the domain. So that's what you have to type in.
Okay, so if you go to Simply Simple Money, my friend Dan here and co-host will show you effective tips for simple living without a 9-to-5. And he's also a very talented blogger. And he has some insights from a lot of these episodes that he can share with you. And last but not least, if you say, Kareem, this is still too much, I don't think I can do this all, or, I don't want to create a video, I don't want to create a script, and to Rockstar Entrepreneurial Starters, and what can we do for you? We can get more customers for your business via YouTube marketing. With effective videos, effective scripts, you'll be able to start creating your business. And not only that, but we can also help you with the script writing process as one of our services. That's all. So thank you very much for tuning into the Entrepreneur Power Hour, and have a great night.